those of you who've been watching recently will know that we're in the middle of a competition with our flying machines game. So although there's only a certain amount of terrain and so on in the box, there's quite a lot of freedom as to how you put it together, and we're experimenting with different courses and different pilots, and we're having a competition each week. The winners will go through to a grand final. So last week we had a situation where I actually won in the triplane with Amelia Earhart, the exceptional flyer. This week it's a completely different course. It is the course, Richard, from
Geneva to Milan we're doing today.
So the tourist guides and so on, you know, those holiday brochures we all used to look in once upon a time. This is the area that used to be called Lakes and Mountains, and sure enough, we have 3 water squares and 3 mountain squares on this, and only a single town square right at the begining. Okay, so bearing that in mind, we've all chosen our pilots and flying machines. And Richard, if you want to go first, tell us who you've got.
I will. I've got what have I got here? I've got Janu Rajan, a police pilot who is the navigator, so he reduces the weather effects by 1, and I've taken him in a triplane, good all-rounder, but I think I need a bit of luck, so I've taken the Lucky Locket, as well as some better tyres.
Okay.
So, and then
Helen, who have you got?
Yeah.
So I have, if I just want to zoom out a little bit so I can see, Jingly, and I am flying the biplane.
So Jingly's gives you extra cargo capacity, and the biplane is not the quickest, but it's got plenty of space and it can take lots of spare parts and other things.
Okay.
And what about you, James?
I have the English baddie, Archibald Smythe. So that sort of gives me an extra moustache token to use against another player.
Every turn. And I think it's going to be a little bit of a dirty game because Helen's equipment includes the shotgun, so clearly his fisticuffs fund. However, I am much less likely to do that sort of thing, so I have got the seaplane because of all those lake squares. And Pierre Dupont is my pilot, and his ability is any catastrophic failure when flying, which is likely with all these mountains, only becomes an ordinary failure. I've already got cards, I've just put in my hand. Yes.
Okay. Right then, so in fact you're going to go first then, you're the first player. The only bit of scenario specific rules here which we need to remind everybody of here, apart from the fact that there are all these mountains, it is that the mountain spaces are worth 5 points each if you're the first to land on them, and we were able to choose 2 cargo. We had 2 cargoes at the start, which we could choose to keep if we wanted, a mountain one and a water one. And finally, when you land or take off at the middle airfield, because it's right in the middle of the Alps, it's 2 more difficult than whatever it says on the board. So, because it's one of those alpine mountains in the middle of nowhere with mountains all around it.
Okay.
Anyway, so you are going first, James. What are you going to do?
Okay, so I am going to, first of all, play my fancy paintwork card. Play one on the ground to gain 2 points immediately. So I think I'll just do that and get that out of the way. So that's 2 victory points to me before we even start.
Yep.
Then I am going to try to take off. So I only need 1 takeoff symbol. I have 3 dice. So in theory this should be okay. And that's fine. So I am in the air. Is that one me?
You are the white plane. Same colour as the cubes on your fuel thing, yeah.
Right, okay, so that's me.
Yep.
And now I'm going to look to fly. So I have 4 flying dice. And I needed 2 symbols and I have 3, so that is fine. Okay, And I think I am not going to try and go any further. I shall just leave it there for now.
Okay, so you draw a card. So now we go across to James. So Archibald Smythe. Now,
what can I actually do to affect other players with this then?
so when it's their turn, rather than on your turn, when it's their turn, you can spend it to play a CAD symbol against them, which makes the tests one more difficult. They lose a dice, don't they, for that?
So when I'm about to say I'm going to take off, and you say okay, I'm going to play a CAD symbol, lose a dice.
Yeah. But it's not done on your turn, it's done on somebody else's turn. And you get it back at the start of your turn.
So once every time you've had a turn, you can do it to somebody before your next turn.
Yeah.
Okay then. Surprise, surprise, I'm also going to take off this turn. So I need 1 with 5 dice.
Yeah.
And so that seems fairly achievable. Okay, so I've got my 1, so I'm up to the air. And then I think I'm going to fly on. I only need 2 with 4 dice.
Yeah.
So I've got my 2, so I fly on. And then I think I'm going to go again. So I need 3 with 3, but I do have 2 spare parts, so it should be doable. To see. No. Okay then. So I'm going to use my 2 spare parts, and
you also, of course, have the the flyer manual as well, and the the tail, which allows you to buy extra dice for flying tests.
So you could use either of those rather than the spare parts.
Yeah, I think I'll use the tail.
Right. So what you just do basically, you spend 1, that gets you an extra dice for flying tests, and you can obviously do that as many times as you've got cubes left.
Okay. I'll use it again. And once more. Okay, it just keeps going on the same thing. I know. Well, that was...
Oh yeah, that's 2.
I rolled it 4 times rather than 3.
Okay. Well, Archibald Smythe always bends the rules slightly, so maybe this time we'll just say nobody noticed, but we won't let you do that again.
So you pass your test, you fly on. Yeah.
I do have some cards as well, actually.
Okay, and then are you carrying on, or...?
I'll discard that card as my spare parts, that's fine.
Okay.
So I'm going to stay there. I'm not
stay there. Okay, so you draw a card. So now it will be Helen's go.
Okay. So I'm going to try to take off.
Yes, and you should actually have an extra symbol for that, shouldn't you? Because you've got that engine. So I'll give you that.
I've already got one there, haven't I?
Have you?
You just put one there?
Oh.
Yeah.
You just put one on top.
She's already got one.
Oh, okay. So it's playing up, isn't it? Because on my screen I can't see it at all. Anyway, that's fine.
Really?
I can see it.
Okay.
It's on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's not. Yeah, Dad, go on, put it on there.
Yeah,
So
it's printed on the board to remind people. Oh no, it isn't printed on the board. That's okay. There we are. You got it now. So 4 dice.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So need to and roll then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it's fine.
Well, you got 2, so you're all right.
Made
so
it.
Up you go. You're the blue one.
Yep, I'm blue.
There you are.
So up into the air. I've also just realised that we need to flip over the weather there and the next one.
Indeed, yeah.
There you go. So I am going to try to fly along. I'm okay at flying,
Yep, got a 4.
Okay, so I needed to get
You needed
2,
to get
didn't I?
2. Yep, and you got 4, so you're fine.
Okay, so I'm going to fly myself on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got a mountain cargo and I've also got a water cargo. So I've also got a passenger. So there's lots of places I'm seeming to. I already thought about that. I'm trying to land everywhere. That's fine. So for now, I'm going to carry on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I get to ignore 1 weather, don't I?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not that it matters right now, but yeah, okay.
I'm going to use my card on you.
Oh no.
Okay, so that means you were going down to 3 dice, but now you're down to 2 dice.
But you do have to carry on and roll. You can't choose not to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not nice, is it?
No, it's not.
But do remember, you do have a shotgun, and if you pass this test, you'll look caught up with him.
Oh yeah, I do actually. So
Yeah.
1, 2,
You need,
and I've got a spare part.
yeah. Okay. So
I will use that.
And are you going to use the
That's
shotgun
just
as well
me.
on the person who was just nasty to you?
So you move on.
I'm here now, aren't I?
Yeah. So now's when you have the option. You have to be at the same altitude.
Which you are.
Which you are.
So you could shoot James, though.
Okay.
But why would you want to?
Okay, so what do
So
I do?
it's 2
I
dice. You roll 2 dice, and if either
Yeah.
of them show an explosion, he takes damage. He doesn't take more than 1 damage. So it's in a turn at least.
Ah! Yes!
Oh, you got 1. Right. So basically, he's got a hole in the side of his wing. That doesn't put him down yet, but it's going to mean that actually those 2 fuel should have got anyway because he moved 2 spaces. But anyway, that doesn't matter.
How often can I use my shotgun?
Every turn, once per turn. When you're in the same
Okay.
airspace as someone on altitude. Right, so you could carry on if you wanted to. You'd be down to that dice comes back again, so then you'd be down to 2 dice to carry on, needing 3. Because you need 4, but one of those is weather, so you can ignore the. So you can ignore one of the weather, but you'd be down of 2 dice. You'd be needing 3 symbols to carry on.
How do I do a loop the loop again?
Loop the loop. You still have to do a flying test, so it'd still be as difficult. So it would be a 3. And if you pass, you get 2 victory points.
Oh, I'd still have to get
You
basically
still,
what the square I'm
Yeah,
on is asking for.
it's always based on the flying test or wherever you are. Yeah.
I think I'm going to. I'll try and fly on. Go on.
Okay, so 2 dice, needing 3.
Okay.
Okay, this could be interesting.
I don't actually think I have any other. Oh wait, I haven't even looked at my cards yet. So I'll roll this and then I'll have a look. Right, James, look away so I can look at my cards. Are you alright?
Yeah, yeah.
Oops.
Shows.
It's okay. He's alive.
This is good.
There's really yes.
We don't want to turn the producer stream into casualty, really.
My cards keep popping up on the screen. These are not Helen's cards, these are mine. They keep producing themselves off the bottom of the screen. So there's finally a combat going on across Lake Geneva. Apparently there's a great controversy about Lake Geneva between the Genevans, who think it should be called Lake Geneva, and people somewhere else who think it should be called Lake Lehman or something, which is the old Roman name for it. Apparently if you go into this place called Vold or something like that, and you ever say Lake Geneva, they just stare at you and don't reply. So it's worth remembering. You might even get shot.
Okay. So I've got a problem.
Yeah. Can you
I can't. Is it 3 I need?
You need 3, and you've got 1 at the moment.
I can't get 3.
Okay.
You could use your lucky locket.
Yes, she hasn't got a lucky
she hasn't
locket.
got a, oh, sorry, it's a
I
sword.
don't even have a lucky locket, so
So if you haven't got any way of passing the test, then that means you catastrophically failed the test.
no.
Probably accidentally shot yourself in the wing while you were shooting James. So what happens there is you take some damage.
Yeah, yeah. You just...
So there's a little damage marker. you then have to do a landing test. You're forced to land.
Me, I've blown up.
So you've got to go down for a landing. So you're needing 7 to land there, -1 for the goggles, because it's a lightning storm over the lake at the moment.
Which
so you
is
need,
probably the problem, to be honest.
yeah,
You probably
it's probably the
didn't
problem.
shoot yourself
However,
in
you
the
do
foot.
have 6 dice. 6 dice to get 6.
This is me, yeah?
Yeah, this is you. Yeah,
Gosh, this has all gone wrong. It's instant karma.
yeah.
So how many dice I have? I have
Six.
6.
You have 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one
There's
more.
Yeah.
Okay. Go. 1, 2. Wait. Oh God.
4.
Okay,
An
I have
explosion.
4.
So
Hang on. Hang on. I need to look at my cards again, so just keep looking at your phone, James.
Yes, because she might have a suitable landing card, even though she didn't have a suitable flying
I
card.
think Table Token must be telepathic. Every time she says, "I look at my cards," mine pop up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I don't think it's voice activated or something. So. Oh dear.
Anything useful?
None of mine would help her. Actually, they would do. One of them would, but she hasn't got those.
I got 4, but I need 6.
You need to get
Or
6.
7.
It's 6.
6. Okay, so I'm playing this card.
Right.
Can you see it?
Sandbank.
Sandbank, which reduces the difficulty by 2. If I remember, yeah.
Mhm.
So what we'll do is we'll leave that on the lake, as it were, because it's going to apply until you leave the space. Yeah. Which means you get down safely. So you are the blue. So let's just move that down to there, and I'll move James down to there. Okay. So you got down safely, which means you take the first to land marker. There. You get a fuel back for free. And you could deliver your water cargo if you wanted at this point.
Wait, can I get that fuel back because I've got damage?
You can, because the damage markers take up 2 space. If you look at your gauge, it's over these 2. Yeah.
But she's got to. Oh, she used. How many fuel did she use?
Yeah, so technically I've just got that one back, right?
Yeah, you got 1 back. Yeah, you should have used 3, shouldn't you?
Okay.
No, she used 2. She went 2 to get there. Okay. So she had 2. Yeah.
So she had 2. So she had no space.
That's it. So no space at that point. Yeah. Okay. So you're down. You've got your first land marker. You could deliver your water cargo if you wanted.
Yep.
Since it's there anyway, you might as well. So just pop that down in your score area. And if you wanted to, there's a passenger there. There is a field cargo.
Oops.
Right, okay. My water cargo fell through.
Okay. Okay, she sees it on there. It's all right.
Just need to try and...
Yeah.
Oh, how did you get him?
I could see it actually, so it's obviously
Oh.
it's playing up on the certain screen.
Gosh, okay, that's fine. So I could pick up it's the field cargo.
Field cargo, yeah.
Mm,
There's only 1 field right at the end there.
You did have a passenger, but the passenger seems to have dropped through your board.
No, I can see it.
Oh,
It's on there. It's on there. She's fine. She's okay.
We can all see slightly.
Okay.
different
Yeah.
could I... I'll take it, just because I've got the extra space, don't I?
Yep. Okay,
So if I just
there.
put it in my...
Yep, and that's basically that's it. You're done for the turn, so you can draw a card if you played any.
Well, you can draw a card anyway
Yeah.
and discard, but she
Okay,
did
so
play
I'm going to take off. So I've got 5 dice to take off from. Here, there we go. I'm needing not to roll, which is fine. So I am airborne. No, I'm not. Oh, yes, I'm full. Okay, I'm in the air. I'm then going to fly with my 5 dice. Ooh. Needing a 2, I think, isn't it, at the moment? That's fine. I progress. That weather in that space isn't affecting us, is it? Because it's no. So I'm going to go again with my 4 dice. Fly on. Oh heck. That's it. Roll that dice. Okay, and I've only got
That's
one.
one. Yes.
That's one, needing 3. 1 spare part. Okay, what I'm going to do is I will use a what do you call it? My lucky locket. Yeah. One of those
Reroll the explosion, presumably. And
well,
everything
everything
that's
apart
not
from the
the one
everything
with the
apart
flying
from the one
symbol
that's got a thing on. Yeah. Reroll that. And now we're doing this time.
You now
That's
got 3.
Okay, on a move. So I'm green. So I carry on onto this space here, which is currently the one that's
Got the
at
sandbank.
2 plus 2. Oh, yeah, but that's only for it's her sandbank. It's not our sandbank. she knows where it is. Okay, so we're on a 4. -1 for the navigator is a 3. 3 for 3 if I want to fly on, which I'm going to. Yeah, select them all. And I've got a 1 there. Yeah, reroll time by the look of things. I've got a spare part. Okay, I will see what I get from these. Oh, that one didn't roll. So good, roll that one. Okay, there's me 3. When I move again. Mountains. Weather conditions. We've got. Just move on a minute. I need to flip that next weather over. That's a 5. I ignore the weather though. So 4 off 2 to fly on at that point. Not looking so good at that stage, is it? Okay. I think I'm going to probably leave it there. So.
Draw a card if you want to and discard.
Actually, no. I'm gonna take a risk on this one. I'm going to attempt to try and get there with my 2 dice. Yeah. Good. Right. So 2 there. 1 spare part there. Yeah. And I'll play this card there somewhere. That's my 4 symbols. So that's me all the way to there. All fuel's gone. Yeah. And I'll draw a card in a moment. But it'll go to your turn, Jane, when I sort myself out. But I'll just check the weather for us before we do that. Yeah. Which will be this top card here. And we have a weather chain. No change.
Okay. So I am going to land where I am. So I have 4 dice for landing.
Yeah. Let's get rid of that card in a minute. See what that's going over here. We've got 4 dice for landing.
I've got 2 symbols there. But
Sorry, we're just laughing because our screen's got a mind of its own. I could just keep zooming in and out of the board, and we're like,
It's quite scary, actually.
so I am going to use a drop of courage to roll another dice.
To buy an extra dice, yeah.
So I'll just roll this one again. That's given me 1 symbol, but I still need another symbol.
Okay.
So
Well,
I will use another
Yep.
drop of courage. Roll this dice. Yep, there we go.
Okay, so you're down.
So I'm down. So being down, I will take those, take the 3 points.
Yep. Get back a fuel. Oh, I didn't use any fuel. Get the thing, and there are 2 field cargoes, I think, in that space.
So I will deliver my passenger.
Yep.
And I will pick up that passenger because I can take them to the middle airfield. I cannot imagine I'm going to get to the end of this race. In the time allowed, but I will do that, and I will. I don't think I will pick up any more cargo because actually there aren't many field spaces here. It's almost at the end of the game, so I won't bother with that. I didn't use any fuel, did I? Because I've just done that. So having landed, I will now take off.
Yep.
So I have 3 dice for taking off.
3 days for takeoff, and you need 5.
Okay, so I've got 1, but it doesn't matter because I have a skilled mechanic play to automatically pass a takeoff test even if you just failed it.
Right.
So I shall do that.
So get you
in the air.
And you go.
And that's the end of my turn, so I'll just take a card.
Right, so James.
Okay then. So because Helen nicked the first land very rudely.
I didn't really nick it. I had no choice. I just managed to
Crush
land
that.
without blowing up.
That is true to be fair. Because I played a dirty trick on you, it meant you landed on the space that I wanted. So
Yeah.
it was my own fault.
Well, that's the usual way, isn't it?
Shades of the wacky races.
Yes.
So I think I'm going to carry on and try and land on the next one.
Mhm.
And especially because this has 7 to land, which is not fun really. So I've got 4 dice to fly on for 4.
Mhm.
I got it.
Okay, so you are down.
Land,
So you fly on, sorry, yeah.
land, so I need 5 with 5, and I've got a spare part.
Okay.
Just still not fun. So I got 3. I'll take away.
Yeah, you could use one of those cubes
Well,
to reduce the difficulty by 1. So
So
this
I
is
need
the
4.
test.
Yeah, and then I get rid of spare part. So
Okay.
I land, and I get those 5 points.
Yep.
And that's the end of my turn.
It's a water
Unless
square.
there's anything that can do on the ground.
Have you just landed on the water square?
No, it's landed on the mountain.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
I don't have damage or anything this time.
Okay, so it's Helen's turn.
I can't repair my damage or anything.
No, it takes a phase to do that. So you could do that
Yeah.
instead of taking off. You do it for free, of course, on the airfield.
Okay, so I suppose I should get rid of my damage. Okay, so if I do a repair and scavenge move,
Okay. Yeah.
so
So repair and scavenge means that you you take your damage and put it in your score area. That's -1 at the end, of course. You get a fuel back for free, and you can then take, what's the resource symbol on there? That's there are 2, aren't they? You can have 2 things, which can either be fuel or spare parts
So
or
you could have
combination.
another. So you can have another fuel and then a spare part or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I'll do that because I've only got 1 more space up here anyway. Because I've obviously these would be on the board, but
Yeah.
it's
You
a
got
bit
more.
incremental.
So you take a
So
so you'll have your fuel, and then what spare part do you want?
could I have a flying one, please?
There you go. So that was a repair and scavenge action. So you've got 1 more action to take, so you can take off.
Yep, I will do that.
So I'm
So,
going to use my 1 card this
Oh.
turn.
oh,
Okey-doke. So you're the blue, aren't you? So blue currently is on a 6 to take off, -1 for your goggles. You need 5 off 4. You have fuel and
the
things. So
thought
you've
of
got
this.
5 off 3 because James played.
Why don't you look away while I look
5
at my
off 3.
cards?
Yes, 5 off 3.
So 3 dice to roll.
So,
Right, okay, well, first of all, can I just throw this?
yeah,
Automatically gain 2 victory points while on the ground. May as well.
yeah. I'll just take that.
By signing some
I'll
autographs.
sort those out for you.
Thanks.
Okay. So,
And that really is all I can do.
well, you can always pass a takeoff test with 2 fuel, of course. So, even if you fail this, you can get in the air. So, but you might as well roll your 3 dice because you might My manager.
So
you have
I
a spare
have 4
part.
dice. No, I don't, obviously, because James.
He played
Yes.
his CAD symbol on you. Yeah.
You're looking to get shot again, I see. Okay.
Okay. So that's 3. And you needed. What did you need? You needed 4. No, you don't. You need where you are. You're needing 6
5.
where you are. 5 where you are. So you've got 3. So you need 2 more from
Yes.
somewhere. So
So
you've got a spare part. Do you have any on your cards?
Or you could just use 2 fuel
Or you could use 2 fuel.
to get me a.
I'm going to have to use 2 fuel.
Okay.
Okay.
So that,
What? What are you doing?
Let me just.
What
shake my
now?
cards a bit.
Okay. What's he doing now? Oh,
Okay, it doesn't. Oops.
Doesn't
Move to
matter.
move the board. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
oh, okay.
so you are in the air. So pop yourself in the air. So you're the blue guy, aren't you? Yeah. So you're in the air, and that was your turn done, yeah? Because repaired and then got airborne. Right. So round to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to
You can
go.
draw a card, by the way,
Yeah,
Helen,
I can
and
draw a
swap
card, yeah.
round what's in your hand.
I'm going to go for a landing with my 5 dice here. Put these dice over here. See if I can get these all selected. That's the most difficult bit of this sometimes, isn't it? Getting them all. There we are. Okay.
Oh, dear me.
Dear me, look at that. Well, I think we'll be doing a lucky on that one.
That's the most rubbish dice roll I've seen in a long time.
Yes.
4 explosions.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not good at all.
Look at now. You do the. Let's just put that there. I'll do those. That lot. Okay, you roll that.
Literally can't get worse.
Okay, so that's got me to a 4. What do I need to land there? I needed a 4 because I ignored 1 weather.
Mhm.
So, no, I don't. I need. Yes,
So,
right. Yep.
I'm going to put down. Loosen the wheel. A flying machine of your choice catastrophically fails a landing test that it just passed.
Dear me. Give me that shotgun a
even
minute,
though you
Alan.
passed,
He's
Okay,
on
then-
one today, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yes, yeah. I don't think there's anything I can do about that.
That's against,
Yeah, so I basically land, but then basically crash land, which I don't get the first to what's it thing. I take 2. I catastrophically fail, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mhm.
So, oh dear. That's not good. Right. However, I can deliver my mountain cargo, which I will
Hopefully
do.
it wasn't crockery.
I will then go for a and then I'll grab the water cargo. I will go for repair and scavenge action for my second phase. Yeah, so that's going to be that one and that into there. I get 1 fuel back for free, and the resource markers are 2 there, isn't it? So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take a spare part because. Yeah, which I'll make a flying spare part and a fuel because we're coming to the airfield there. So okay, and that is me done. So what's that? Just going to check something a minute. Yeah, I'll just do the scoreboard error. 3 points because at the moment I need them. 3 points here somewhere. Okie dokie, and then we're round to a start of another turn. So there we go, and that is change over the town,
Which is here.
which is
will
where you are.
affect me.
So do you want to just change that?
That's better.
And it's your turn.
So the weather has improved for me. That's good. I'm in the air again.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fly on, requiring 4 flying symbols off 4 dice.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's fine. I've got those. So I shall fly on again. So 3 dice. And I now need 4 flying symbols again.
Yeah.
So I've got one flying symbol there, but I have the ability to re-roll explosions, so I could do that. But what I'm actually going to do is skill pilot, play to automatically pass a flying test even if you have just failed it.
Okay.
So I have passed the test, so I go on a square. So I was in the air already, wasn't I, at the start of this turn?
Mm-hmm.
So I am now going to look to land. So I've used 2 fuel. So landing, I have 4 dice.
Yeah.
I've got 4 landing symbols there. How many do I need?
You're landing here, aren't you? You're needing 5.
Okay. So I will
Drop a courage to buy you an extra dice.
yeah, I might as well do that because we're almost at the middle airfield. Oh, that's no good. So I'll use my flying jacket to re-roll that explosion symbol.
Yeah.
And there we go. That's the extra landing.
So you
I
are
wanted.
down safely.
I'm down safely.
So you get a fuel back for free. There. Okay.
What else can I pick up there?
There is nothing there, is there? It's all empty.
Right.
In fact, there was nothing. There was.
But it's a mountain square, isn't it?
It's a mountain space. So if you had a mountain cargo, you could deliver your mountain cargo.
Which I did.
And then that would be you done basically, yeah.
Mhm.
So over to James now.
Okay, so I'm going to repair and scavenge. So I've got 1 damage, so I put that in the middle, right?
Yeah. And you get a fuel back for free. And then you are on a space that's got a resource. What are you? 2 resources, so you could have 1 of the fuel and a spare part, or 2 spare parts, whatever you want.
I think I'll grab another spare part, so probably a flying one.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to take off again.
Okay, no. So taking off, there is a 4.
When we get to the middle airfield, of course, we're going to be able to change our equipment.
Yeah.
So I've got 2.
You could reduce the difficulty by 2 by spending 2 cubes from your flying manual.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. Because we're almost at the middle of the field anyway.
Okay. So that means you're airborne.
And then it's the end of my turn.
That's on your turn.
Okay.
Because you repaired, didn't you? So you're drawing a
Oh, I
card.
need to
If
draw
you-
a card as well.
yeah,
So I'll just have a look. So don't know.
So it'll be Helen's go. She is currently in the air. 2 fueled in a fuel thing.
So 2 fuel, you could get to the middle airfield and then
she
try
can't,
and
that's
land.
3 spaces.
Oh.
She can go 2 spaces this turn.
Okay, so
Mhm.
look away while I check my last card that I've just got.
Top it again. Every time she says cards, they pop up.
And we normally say that when we get to half past, we'll finish off that turn. It'll be the end. But because we've started 5 minutes late, we'll say it's 25 to that we do that today. And everybody has to have got at least to the middle airfield in order to count in the overall scores.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm playing this card that I've just put down.
Yeah.
An extra dice. You can look now.
Okay.
An extra dice for each flying test.
Okay. So that's
So-
gonna be 5 dice to fly.
Yeah.
You need. What is that there? Is that a 3? Yes, 2. It would be 4, but your weather, your goggles ignore 1 weather, so you need 3 to fly.
Yeah, I did it.
Okie doke. So you move on to there. Do you wish to carry on? You could go one
I
more
wish to
space.
shoot James.
You wish to shoot James? Seems fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so 2 dice needing an explosion symbol.
Can I use my card on this?
No.
No.
Not on the shotgun.
Not on the shotgun, unfortunately, no.
It's a shame.
Ah.
Yes.
No,
You
so
survived.
it survives this time. Are you flying up?
Okay. Yeah, I'll carry on.
Okay,
Okay,
so
I'll use my card now.
okay, so you're on you got that. Was that every flying test this turn? Or just,
Yes, it is.
So you're down to a 4 then, but with the CAD down to 3, and needing 4.
Okay.
You shouldn't have shot me.
You were going to do that anyway?
This particular race has got all a bit nasty, actually, hasn't it? Sort of thing.
What do I need?
You needed 4, is it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Four.
I can play a symbol.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so you passed it, and that's as far as
Universal
you
heart.
can. That's as far as you can go. You
Because of fuel.
could land if you wanted. If you would need 4 to land off 6 dice. Means you might get that first land thing, because I didn't get it because I crashed into the mountain.
Or you could
Or you could. That would be the end of your turn, because all you could do is have another phase, but you've got enough fuel left to move any further, have you? Because you
she
used
could
2.
Hang on.
she could do a manoeuvre.
She could do a manoeuvre. Yes.
Hang on. So have I just been flying this turn?
Yes.
But you've
Oh,
run out
right,
of
wow.
you've run out of fuel. So you
Yes,
could
I know
land.
that. Okay.
You could land or
So-
you could do a manoeuvre.
I would like to land.
Okay. So you're landing a 6 dice, needing 4.
I need one more dice from somewhere. Oh, there's one up here.
Is it? Yep.
Yeah, okay. One, two, three, four, 5.
Okay. So you're fine. So you that means you land. You take the first to land marker. You get a fuel bag. Do you have any mountain cargo?
No, I haven't done that. Oh wait, yeah, I can, can't I? I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
got a
Yes.
mountain cargo there.
So you can deliver your mountain cargo. And that's the end of your turn, so you can draw a card. Okay. So
Do I
it's now-
automatically get back 1 fuel for that landing safely?
Yeah, for
though?
a safe landing, yeah, which you got there. I give it you already, because you were down to 0.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Oh,
you should only have
okay.
1. Okay, I'm going to take off. What am I needing? I'm needing. Well, it would be 5 but 4 because I've got pilot. 4 off 5 dice. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. Roll those dice. Oh, that one didn't roll, but
I'll get rid of that card now.
yeah. One there I need to roll. Come on. Okie dokie. That gives me a 2. 3. Okay, I'm just going to have a quick look at me. 3 and next. Oh, yes, sorry. Extra options thing. To play that on the ground. It gives me spare parts and things. Space for spare parts. Might as well. I'll take 2 of those and use one of them straight away. So that gets me in the air. With the use of that one and that one. Oh dear. Moving the screen around all over the place here. Okay, and that's a pass, so then I'm going to fly. I'm needing 4 off 5. Oh, great. I'll roll that one. Let's roll these other 4. There we are. Okay. Oh, I won't. I'll ignore the top one, whatever it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. Yeah. So on I move to there. That's as far as I can go, unless I want to. Do I want to go for that, or what are we going time-wise?
You just flip the weather on that as well.
Okay. Let's go for a. For that being the end of the turn, then I'll draw a card. Yeah, so around to you, new turn.
Can you? Yeah, yes. What's the weather doing?
Weather conditions will be mountains changes. So several of those. So we've got a change over here for that one.
And that one.
Yeah. Okay.
And also this one.
Yeah. No, actually, we don't know what that is anyway. So.
But we can't turn it over.
Yeah. It's locked in place. I'll deal with it. You do your turn.
Okay, so my turn. I'm in the air, so I am going to fly along, and that requires 4 dice.
Yeah.
I've only got 1 flying symbol there. What do I actually need?
Where are you? You're basically white. You are this one. You're needing to fly along. You needed 5.
Okay, that's not so good.
You're on the ground at the moment, aren't you?
What?
You're the seaplane, aren't you?
Yes.
So you're on the ground.
Oh, I'm on the ground. I wasn't in the air. Okay.
No.
In which case I will take off first. So that's 3 dice.
Which you use your catapult launcher.
That's a good plan. I will do that. I will use my catapult launcher. So that immediately means that I get to go into the air.
You pass and you end up there, basically.
And I get to there.
Okay, that's one phase
so
done.
that's one phase.
Yeah.
Now I will fly on, which will be 4 dice.
Okay.
I'm going to use my CAD.
Too late, I've already rolled.
Yeah.
Too late.
Too late. So I've got 3, and how many did I need?
To fly on, you need 4.
Okay. So I have a flying part. Actually, yes. Actually, I have a card. So I'll use my card to be the flying symbol. So that's fine. So I get to fly on. And I'm now over the middle airfield, aren't I?
Yep. You are now over the middle airfield.
So I shall stay there.
Yeah, it's only a turn. You can draw a card. So it's now James.
So I'm already up in the air.
You're up in the air.
So I'm going to fly on. I've got 4, and I need 5. But I've got 1 last weather token. So I've got 3. Get rid of a spare part, and I'll ignore the weather. So fly on. So now I need 4 with 3 dice.
Okay, yeah.
So those, I got 1. But
So
I
everyone,
only got,
so by the end of the race, everyone needs to be at least over the middle airfield in order for their points to count.
I think what we'll do is we'll start a turn, at 25-2 if we, or,
Yeah.
and that'll be then the last one that will finish at that, the one that finishes then, yeah.
so I've only got 1 token from the dice. I can discard a card to get 2. I need 4.
Assuming
So
that,
what else can I do?
yeah.
Because I need 4 flying symbols. What else can I do?
You need 4. You've got. What have you got on cards? Anything on cards?
So I've got this 1 card, so that gives me 1.
Okay. So where did you start off this turn? You started off where you are, is it? Oh, you started off here, didn't you? Okay.
Yeah.
So you've gone 1 space. So if you move on, you'll have gone 2. That'll take 2 fuel. So you could burn
The other 2
2 fuel to pass a test.
Okay.
And then you can keep the card. Just burn the fuel.
You don't need to use the card. You can just you automatically pass a test with the use of the fuel. That means you'll be on 0 fuel, but basically you'll have. So you were in the air already, weren't you?
Yeah.
Which means you can go for a landing if you want. Ooh.
Okay. So
you're needing 1. No, remember it's 3 to land here because this is the airport in the Alps. So 3 off 5 dice.
Okay. So 3. One.
Okay, so you've
So
got one.
great.
You've got no spare
Woohoo.
parts. Anything on a card?
I have 8 cards that I can get rid of.
Well, that's not going to be enough, is it? So your land, unfortunately, did you roll any explosion markers?
Did I have any?
Did you roll when you rolled the dice? Were any of them? These were your dice over here, were they?
Yeah.
So one
that's
of them was
the bottom
explosion.
right.
So that would mean you catastrophically fail the landing.
No, I didn't roll any explosions.
You didn't roll. Okay, right. So you just failed the landing, which
But
means
it's
you
a
take.
bumpy landing.
It's a
so you
bumpy landing.
Take 1 damage anyway.
So you take a damage, and you still get to take the race place marker because that's landing in any condition is good enough. Yeah, you can deliver your passenger if you want, which you've got over there. You've got a passenger, and that would be the end of the turn. You can swap equipment. You'll refuel and repair as part of the takeoff next turn. But you could.
But you could pick up a passenger if you wanted to now.
You can pick up a passenger and a cargo.
And of course you can swap equipment if
Yeah.
you like.
So I'll pick up a passenger and a cargo.
Yeah. So in fact, these 2 bits of equipment are already empty anyway, aren't they? So I'll just move
Yeah,
these out
both
of the
of
way.
your equipments have gone, so you can just take 2 more equipments.
Yeah. So we have the damage repair kit, which allows you to throw away any damage
The
without
floats, which there's 2 more water squares.
2-seater, which means you get 2 pilots, and you can choose which one's flying. Extra cargo capacity. St. Christopher means you can't catastrophically fail a test.
And the extra takeoff dice that you can buy.
You probably only got a couple of other turns.
Kit and the floats.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to take those 2 then?
Is that one? Okay. Right, so that's you done, I think, isn't it? So you can draw a card if you're down cards. So it'll be Helen's turn. Currently, she's on the ground, literally, for things. Let's just flip that over on its there. In this mountain here.
I'm just looking down while James looks at his cards.
Okay. You can look them.
Okay.
So you're in the you're on the mountain on the ground here.
I keep just having no fuel. It doesn't matter for right now. Right now, I might try and take off and
fly along, and then you could land on the airfield and refuel.
Yeah. Okay, so on this one, it would normally be 4, but I just need 3 to take off. Off 4 dice.
Off four dice, indeed.
Unless somebody has anything to say about it.
I could use that card.
Could, or you could, get original.
I'll use that. That's okay.
Oh, will you? Okay.
Fantastic all of this.
So
the great thing about lockdown, if you don't get on with the people you live with, it's easy to go and do other things.
3 off 3.
Okay, so hang on. What did I need?
3 off 3. You got 2. You have a spare part.
I'm going to use the spare part.
Okay, so you are airborne. Yeah, we just there.
I'll just use a card.
Oh, look away. Well, it'd be a shame if you discarded it, wouldn't it?
I should say that not all races are quite as
Oh no, I
dirty
did
as
discard it. Sorry. I thought I had one that gets rid of your spare parts when you take off, but I used it for
Oh no, don't worry.
spare part. Sorry about that.
Right, so you're flying along then, which is 4 dice to get a 4.
Yeah. Oh, I really should have moved things around when I was on the ground.
You can do. We allow you to do that. I mean, that's you're allowed to rearrange things when you're on the ground. So if you wanted to shove a couple of parts across,
But I didn't do it.
It's okay, we'll say you did.
You sure?
yes. Because yeah,
I will have a flying. Oh, don't know why I put it that far away. And okay, so 4 to get 4.
4 to get 4. Yeah.
I've got 2.
You've got a spare part. Have you got any on cards?
Look away while I look at my cards.
Symbols at the bottom and things.
I actually don't.
Okay, so you haven't catastrophically failed this though, no explosions. So that would just
They just don't move on.
you just don't move on this turn. You just
Okay.
stay there and carry on next turn. Right, so it's round to me. So I'm going to go for a landing with 3 only. You don't die off 5. So what have we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3. No problem. So I'm down safely. I grab the second place marker. I don't have any passengers or anything. I have a look what I've got here. I'm not going to get to the end. No town, so I'm not going to bother with the passenger. Do a quick rearrange, get that over there. Well, I suppose taking 2 points might make sense in it. No, I'll have spare parts there. Okay, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for... I've used my Lucky Locket, so I'm definitely going to replace that with a bit of equipment. Let's have a look what's going on over here. Christopher, 2 players, seater, can't catastrophically fail. More space. That'll be quite useful for the maybe spare parts to take off actually. And I'm going to be refueling mainly. I think I'll take some Christopher at the moment, and is that damage repair kit there? Or is that the box of tricks?
That's a box of tricks.
Box of tricks. Okay, so I've just dropped that into there, and I'm going to go for a takeoff. So I'm using... Let's cover up my dice. I'm needing 3 to take off. I've got 5 dice to do it with. Hang on a minute, let me just check these cards before I do take off. Draw. Right. I'm going to just... Oh yeah, that's the end of my turn. Yeah, we're doing that in a minute. Okay, so 5 dice, roll that. Needing 3. That's 2. And a spare part over here. Oh, well, yes, as a takeoff, of course, I do a free repair and scavenge action. So I'll take 2 fuel as that. And 1 spare part. I don't know what it is. Okay, anyway, I'll use that one there. With my 2 symbols, gets me in the air. And that will be the end of the turn. I'm just going to play this. I could use the help, which is draw and retain 3 tricks and boost cards. That might be useful. Anyway, that's me done. Just check the weather, so we know what it is. Okie dokie. Changing the weather on over airfields.
Oh, that's relevant to lots of people.
Yeah.
So that nice sunny day.
So this is the penultimate turn, because we got around to James' turn before 25 to. So there'll be this turn and 1 more. Yeah.
So the weather on the airfields definitely take the turn for the worse there. Okay, so I am going to land.
Yeah.
So I needed 2 to land anyway, is that right? And I'm now actually going to need 4. No. 4 to land.
I'm going to use my
Because it was 3 to land in the mountains, an extra 1 for the weather, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
So that's 4
Did you
to
hear what
land.
James said?
He's using his CAD symbol.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got 3 dice to do it with. Which is nice of you. You're such a nice person.
You're the only one I haven't used the flat on yet, James. So.
Oh, so that makes it okay.
Yeah.
So I've used, that's got 2. How many did I need? I needed 4.
Mm-hmm.
I can't use extra fuel for landing.
Nope.
And I don't have a landing spare part in a useful place. A flying jacket's no good because I didn't catastrophically fail anything.
So you're going to do a bumpy landing.
So I've no choice but to do a bumpy landing.
So you take a damage marker. We'll take a bit of damage this particular game, won't we? Yeah.
take a damage marker.
Yeah.
And I also, but I've landed, so I do take the place marker, don't
Yeah,
I?
which is that 3-point thing there. Shall I grab it for you?
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what else is in there?
There's a 2-point cargo.
Well, I'll deliver my passenger.
3 2-point cargoes and a passenger.
Okay, I don't think there's any point picking any of that up. But what I will do is a free repair and scavenge action because it's the airfield. So that'll get rid of the damage, won't it?
Yes, it is. That's all. That's for you. Yes, are you taking off then?
And I'm now taking
Yeah,
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you get fuel back there.
So
The
I
damage goes into your score area, though, of course.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Unless you got the damage repair kit.
No, I don't.
James does, so you can actually discard his damage, can't you, on his turn?
Okay, so then I'm taking off. So I have 3 dice to take off.
Needing 3.
And I've got them. So I'm in the air again.
Needing 4 actually, but you've got them. Yep, yep. So you are airborne, and that is the end of your turn, so you draw a card.
So are you saying that we will have...
You have 1 more turn. Yeah. This is the penultimate turn, yeah? Okay, so
Careful, James is coming for us all.
Yeah. James is go.
So it's James's go, so let me just play a card. He's in the air. Is James in the air?
James is currently on the ground.
Okay. So I'll wait as you're not in the air.
Okay then.
So, I'm gonna use my help from the locals, so I get a free repair and scavenge.
Okay.
But could I use my my repair kit first to get rid of the damage?
Yeah. So your repair kit gets rid of the damage that comes out of the game, because that's so you just throw that away. You've used that now. You remember you get a free repair and scavenge action anyway on the middle airfield. You could do 2. I mean, you could do the card as well. And effectively get 2 lots, which means if you could load up on all sorts of spare parts, because then you would actually get a total of 6 resources and/or spare parts. You get the 1 for free.
I think I'll do that actually because I am looking a bit worse for wear in terms of that.
Okay, so you can get back 6 things: fuel and/or spare parts.
So 4 fuel, I'll go for.
Yeah.
I'll put those back on for you, James.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna take for my 5th flying token and for my 6th I'll put a landing token in mine.
Yeah.
And you're taking off, are you?
Yeah, I'm taking off now. Yeah. So
Is this your first phase? Yeah.
This is his first phase. Yeah. All part of his takeoff. Yeah. So he rolls to take off. It's a 4 to take off because it's 2 more difficult on this particular airfield. So you need 4 symbols with 5 dice. The packet's been used now, of course.
So I've got 4 symbols.
Okay. So you are in the air.
Okay, so now you're in the air. I'm going to play Sugar in the Tank, which is an airborne flying machine rolls 2 less dice for all flying tests until it next lands.
Oh dear. This means Warjane. If a dirty trick is played on you, discard this card. Place 1 damage mark on that player's flying machine. I had that in the arsenal because I knew someone would come for revenge soon enough.
Okay, so they overwrite your 2 cubes there.
So, how many dice do I have now?
You are 2 less dice, so you're flying normally on a 4, aren't you? So you'll be on 2 dice to fly on, needing 3.
Okay. I'll give that a go.
Your only other option, of course, would be gain altitude.
I think I might do that. That's probably a better idea, isn't it? This turn.
But that stays in place until you
yeah. So he goes to the top altitude. No, that's not him, is it? It's the orange one. So the orange guy goes to the top. So he moves it. That's it. Right then. So that is.
What I should have done while I was on the middle airfield was also to change my equipment.
Okay.
But nothing else has changed in the meantime, so it's still what it was there.
Yeah,
so I'll just quickly grab the.
Now you grab it while you go to do because we don't need to wait for that. So Helen it's round to Helen's turn. So you can fly on, needing 4 from 4.
Give me 1 second.
What is he gonna do?
Okay.
All right.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, now you can look.
Okay. Right. I'll quickly check my cards as well then. Look away.
Well, since they popped up as they usually do when Heather says that, I'll I should quickly check mine. Small. That's good.
I was just drawing another card, then realised I couldn't because I played that card on James on his turn, not on mine.
Okay. Right. I think you should be reminded that James is actually in the same house as Helen.
Yes.
Yes, the initial.
Okay, I will.
Carry on.
I shall fly.
Okay.
4 to get 4.
4 to get 4, yep.
So Archibald Smythe is the rotten egg. Or in German, the black sheep.
Yeah.
Four. What are you doing?
So, instead of flying on,
No, I'm going to go backwards.
play this to cause a flying machine to move back 1 train tile instead of moving forwards.
Now you need to get as far as the middle airfield, Helen, or else you won't score any points in this game.
Oh, God.
Okay, so...
There's this turn and then the next one. So you need to fly.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes, that's the case, yes.
What happens now? Like, can I...
You can carry on.
Carry on.
You turn back again. You can carry on flying. You've just obviously lost a dice. So you can keep flying.
I've only got 1 fuel. What
Right.
happens?
Because you can't actually, because you can only go 1 space if you've got 1 fuel. Yeah. One choice you
So,
could
hang
do
on.
is that you could land and potentially refuel.
Because then you could take off and fly, and provided you're over the middle airfield by the end of your turn,
Yes.
you'll get points.
I'm having far too much fun. Okay, so if I land...
If you
Yeah.
land, which would require a 4 for you with your 6 dice, then you would be able to you'll get a fuel cube back for free, and then next turn you could repair and scavenge 2 more fuel and fly. Provided you get as far as the airfield, you're okay.
No,
Well, I have to
repair and
land.
scavenge and take off.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah. So, yes.
Hang on, wait.
Yeah, so you've done 1 action so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. So landing, which would give her 1 fuel though. But that's enough. That's all she needs 2 to get there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because she's got 1 already.
So
Will
the
it
next
not
turn,
spend 1 even though I've had to go backwards?
no, you don't use. You don't use any fuel for going 1 space. You use 2, 3, or 4 going 2, 3, or 4 spaces. Yeah.
Stop laughing.
So if you land, you can get a fuel back, and then
If you
just have
safely
to,
land.
you just have to do a safe landing.
Okay, I've rolled.
That's a safe landing.
So you're now on 2
Yay.
fuel, which is enough next turn to take off and get as far as the airfield. If you're over it, then you score your points. Of course, I'm
Okay.
not saying that James is going to not try to stop that.
Gosh.
Okay, that's the end of your turn. You get to draw a card though, if you've used any. Well, you get a draw card anyway. And you can discard down to 3.
Have a look at the
So
card
it's round to
before I
me
finish.
then. Right. So I'm currently here. I'm going to play. Where is it now?
Is this your last turn? Or do you,
We've got 2 turns. No, this is my penultimate turn. Yeah.
Okay.
Then we go to your last turn. Yeah.
Mhm.
Full power. We're next to the dice. Yeah, we're using that. That's the thing. I might use that. Play. That's the thing when airborne. Yeah. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play when airborne to immediately move to the highest altitude band. Okay.
Mhm.
So I'm using an updraft to get me to the top band there.
so you're now ignoring the weather.
And also I've got 2 flying symbols in the bank for passing flying tests. I will then do a full power, means I get an extra dice. So I'm now going to try and fly along. I'm on 6 dice. How many do I need where I am? Ignore the weather, so I only need 2 here. Yeah. So 6 dice to get 2 at the moment. Hang on. All that lot. rolled 1. Great. I've got 2 on it anyway, so I haven't bothered with the rest. So that's 1 space to there. Yeah. So then I'll go down to 5 dice to get 4. And I've got 3 there, yeah, plus a spare part. Gets to there, and I'm going to go for landing because I went up the high altitude using a card rather than a phase. So I'm using 5, 6 dice to land, needing. Oh, we haven't done the weather there. So look at the weather there. Come on. Yeah, is that locked? Is it there? Okay. Right. Okay. Needing 4 dice off 6. 4 symbols off 6. Oh, come on. Sometimes. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I am down as a landing. Pauses while he waits for James. No. Okay.
Not anything right now. I'm sure I'll cook something up there.
So that means I get down safely. I use 2 fuel up at getting that far, but get 1 back for free. Yeah. I will then deliver. I grab the first land marker. Deliver my 2 water cargoes. And I think that is all I can do. I don't think I'm likely to get to the final airfield.
Okay, so change the
I'm
weather.
just going to grab a bit of a thing anyway. Right. Change in the weather. And this then is the last turn of the game. Look at that. That is everything moves along to the right. So.
Okay, so I'll take that one off and move all these along.
Yeah, move all that lot along. I'll do that. So anyway, your turn then.
So it's my last turn. I'm currently in the air. What I haven't done yet is delivered my water cargo. So my aim this turn is to fly 2 spaces and land on the water thing.
Yep.
So first of all, I need to fly on. So I have 4 dice for that.
Okay.
That was just 1. And how many do I need?
You're going to. What do you need? I'm sorry, I'm not looking at what you do.
2.
No, you need
So
2.
I have a flying spare part. So I use that.
Okay. So you fly on. So you're now needing to get 5 symbols of 4 dice.
Not so good. Okay, I've got 3 symbols, so I'll use my flying jacket to re-roll that explosion. And it's an explosion again, so I'll use my other last turn of the flying jacket to re-roll it once more. And that's now the flying symbol I needed. So I'm now over there, so now I'm going to land.
Okay.
And it's 4 landing symbols required, and I have 4 dice. No, is it a water square?
It's a water space.
So I have 6 dice.
Yep.
How many did I need?
You needed 4 to land there. You have 1.
I have 1, but I have all this improved landing gear, so I can buy
You
additional
can buy
dice.
up to 3 extra dice to landing.
So let's roll 1. That's no good. Let's roll another.
Okay. Oh, you roll the dice, so you know what you're doing. Yeah.
That's
That's
1.
1 more, and your final one.
That's 1 more.
1, 2, 3. You needed 4 in total, yeah.
I needed 4.
So it would be a bumpy landing.
So it's a bumpy landing. Okay.
Yep.
So I have a bumpy landing.
So you come down, take a damage.
So I can play this card,
Yeah.
share the glory. Oh no, I didn't pass the landing test.
Right.
So I can't use that one. But I can deliver my water cargo, which was the aim of my thing.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm down.
You are done. So draw a card, and James. So James is currently high up above the airfield here.
He's still using 2 less dice to fly.
He is using 2 less dice because he's got that whiskey or whatever it is in the something. What is it now?
Sugar in the tank.
Sugar in the tank. Yeah.
2 dice to get 2 right now.
But you do have two extra symbols for free because of the if you need them because you're at the high altitude bank, so you can burn the altitude to pass fly tests. You see.
Well, I just rolled 2 anyway, so
Okay.
I'll fly on.
Fly on.
And now I need 5 with 1 dice,
With 1
which
dice.
I think is actually not possible. So
You could pass it with the fuel, of course.
oh yeah.
You'll have gone 2 spaces once you passed it, which means that's all your fuel gone. But before you
Well, I use this hidden valley. All flying tests on a single mountain top require 1 less symbol for you to pass.
Okay.
So I only need 4 now.
4 off 1 dice. You could pass it with your fuel. Yeah, we've got air spare part as well, but
And yeah, I've got altitude as well. So
We've got altitude.
you've got the altitude. Yep.
So
Yep.
you could use
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That would do it.
so I'll roll this. So,
Yeah.
okay. Didn't get it.
So you need 4 symbols. You've got a spare part. Altitude is 2 of them, which would get you to 3. So unless you've got a symbol on the bottom of a card,
You're going to have to use your
you'd
fuel.
have to use your fuel.
Yeah, I'll use my fuel then.
Okay. So you don't have to use a spare part. You can just use the fuel to do it. Which means you pass the test. All your fuel's gone. Are you going for a landing?
Yeah, I'll go for a landing. Does that dice card affect landings as well?
No, it
No.
was just flying.
Okay.
How many dice are you on?
He's landing
I've
on
got-
5, needing 4.
I got a card.
Okay, 4 for 4 then.
How could you do this to me?
There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, oh no, I've revealed my
I didn't-
secrets. Oh god, it's still happening. Okay, there you go. Do you have a passenger?
I do, yes. Are you going to shoot my passenger?
I'm gonna.
It's the grumpy passenger, is it?
It is
What does that mean?
when you land that. Wait,
It won't make any difference.
will you just not get?
Well, I'm landing on a water space, so they're not.
He's
So
not
that's
gonna
the
get-
Well, he'll
point.
get
I'll
off
just
the
jump
thing.
out.
He won't get the points for it.
Yeah,
If
he'll just get off.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 for 4. But
4
I've
for
got
4.
the floats, so does that give me 2 extra dice to roll over the water?
It does.
Okay, so I've got.
You might want to keep the
6.
grumpy passenger because it's got a fly symbol on, Helen.
Huh?
You might want to hold on to the grumpy passenger card because it's got a fly symbol on the bottom. You might need it yourself.
Yeah, because I've got 6.
Fine.
And it
Because he won't particularly affect James's because he's not
Okay.
he's not going to get to deliver it,
will
is
be
he?
7 now to get 4. So,
That's fine.
yeah. 7. Okay. So 7 to get 4. Sounds doable, doesn't it?
Why have I got all that damage on there?
Well, because you just did a well, you bumped it under, didn't
It
you?
was a
Oh,
bumpy
no,
landing.
you'd already taken 1 damage, hadn't you, from something?
No, that was there.
Yeah, because I used a CAD.
He used the cat. So well, one of them was from you just got, so maybe it's only which should only be 1.
Yeah.
So I only got 3 landing, and I don't have
Okay.
any fuel left.
Right. In that case, you take a bumpy landing. You can roll that around, which just goes into there. You can deliver
can
your
drop
water
off-
cargo though, and the passenger
Yep.
won't. So Helen's last go. Can she do it? Let's see.
Can she get over the middle
You need
airfield
to
in order to
take off.
score points?
So your first thing is to take off. You're needing. Unfortunately, a lightning storm turned up in the.
I'm gonna use my CAD.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
So
Can you
you're
stop?
needing 4 to take off. you've got 3 with the -1 for the cad. You still got this grumpy passenger, but that's for your other thing.
Sure.
Oh, did you not draw a card?
Yeah,
Did you want to draw a card?
check the
Okay.
card, sorry. Okay, that will be quite a useful one. Okay, carry on.
If people hear of a murder in South Yorkshire overnight,
Well, I need. Oh gosh, I just stole something.
okay, you're needing to get 4 symbols. You have 3 dice with the cad symbol in play.
Okay. I got the wrong ones.
Right.
So.
Okay, so you have you got anything on your cards that can help?
No.
Okay, so you could have another go, but that would then use your last phase up, which means you get airborne, but you're not over the airfield.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So unless you've got anything on cards, then that's all that you can.
You have crashed and burned.
Crashed and burn.
Shall I try again then?
Yeah, you might as well. Yeah, so you try again, but still 3 dice because you get your dice back, but then you go down a
I
dice.
did really well this go.
Yeah.
Oh look, I'm in the air.
Yep. So you're in the air. But that's that. Okay then. So it's my final go. Now I'm going to try and do something here. It's not going to work, but let's give it a go. It relies on me failing a test or 2 in a minute.
So last race you came second, didn't you, Helen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I
race
did.
you're bleeding 4th, thanks to James' helpful comments.
Right, I'm going to go with 5 dice to take off.
People watched our last stream. Helen shot me at the last minute, and then I only got 7 points.
Oh really? Was
So
that the
it's-
problem,
it's
or was it that
fantastic
you
in
just
the
hadn't
air.
got any points?
I'll get to
At all?
there. I'm then going to try and fly on with my 5. Which I get 1, 2. What do I need? I'm needing 2 because of the weather conditions. Now, what I'm trying to do here, I've got a fuel to do it, is get to the final airfield and then fail my last
Last
test.
flying test
Yeah.
to get those final points.
Yeah, okay, let's have a look at this thing here. Okay, there we go. Right, so I'm going to fly on now with 4 dice. Or do I go for just trick manoeuvres and not try and be too greedy? 4 dice to get 2. Let's just do it for a couple of trick manoeuvres because I'll be unlikely to do that. I'm relying on actually failing. So I'm just going to go for a trick manoeuvre. Only 1. Pass that with that though. So that's
2 victory points.
2 victory points. And now we'll be down 2 to get 2, which I will do. Only 1, but I've got a card or 2 that can do it. So there we are.
So another 2 victory points.
that's
Okay,
2.
so now we add up. So Helen doesn't need to add up.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of us, so I have got 3, 6, 9, 11, 16, 21, 23, but then minus, how many of these each?
1 each.
So I'm on 21 in total.
Okay, James, what you got?
So I've got 5, 10, 17, 20, and then -1, so 19.
Okay, just remember those. So I'll put them on the thing in a minute. So 21, 19, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
4, 14, 17, 18, 19, 22, 27, and that minus the damage. So 27 for me. So let's just see on here.
So Richard won that particular time.
So I got 27. Jane got
21.
21. James got
19.
19.
You know what's funny?
I
You
don't
still have
many
less points. Yeah, still in
You've
place.
got 0 points.
Yeah.
Yes, he's still got less points than Helen has at the moment.
So,
So currently Jane is still winning on 56 points. I'm on 47, Helen's on 30, and then James on 25.
so one Rajan
Yeah.
is the pilot that goes through to the next round. And what is funny is that so far, the
Yeah.
first 2 races have been won by the pilots who are in our standard setup.
Well, Rajan isn't.
Oh, is he not?
Rajan isn't. No, he's the. Oh, is he? It's navigating standard setup. He might be.
Yeah, he
Yes, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So far, the experienced pilots who get to play in all the setup games are the ones that seem
Yeah.
to be winning. Maybe that's because we're more familiar with them. We shall see.
So he'll go through to there. And then we shall carry on with the next race, which is Athens to Budapest, delivering olives across the mountains and the Danube next week.
Okay, so that's it from the Medusa team for this game.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
a good week, everybody, and we'll see you all next Sunday.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.